Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Cincinnati Reds and the Cleveland Indians. It's interleague baseball on the show. Jarrett Baisley, a righty from the state of Ohio, will do the pitching in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. He will lead this one off today. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lays off 1-0.
First pitch, 105.
Now the pitch. This one is fouled away up to the concourse area. Forecast high calls for 80 degrees, but we're at 76 here at opening pitch. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
Let's get it going, boys. Somebody's loose, hitting 98 with ease in the first inning.
Fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone on strikes to start the afternoon.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Into the box now, Jesse Winker. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Winker tends to have more success against right-handed pitching like this than he does against southpaws. Could be a comfort thing. Maybe he just picks up the ball a little better, but that's the book on him at this point. Here's the 1-1. 1-2 now. Baisley has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do, with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
In is Joey Votto now. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run here off the bat of Joey Votto. As the Reds strike first, it's 1-0.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly. Just like that, they take the lead.
Standing in now, Eugenio Suarez. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. That's by him for strike 1.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 1 in the inning for the Reds, and it comes on this Joey Votto homer. Bottom of the first coming up. It's now 1-0 Reds. Ruben Santana, the Colombian native, gets the call to start this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
It's not an easy thing to do to pitch as a rookie, but one of the things you have to do is use the positives. The opposing team has never faced you. You can't be afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. Establish your pitches and try to work quickly.
Striding in, Cesar Hernandez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And the pitch. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1. Off-speed pitch just missed inside. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Woo, that was an ugly swing. If I'm pitching right now, I'm throwing that same pitch again. That was ugly.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And now pitch on the way. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Stepping in now, Oscar Mercado. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 1 out, nobody on. Takes this the other way to right, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Check that out right there. I love me some of that. Staying inside the baseball, moving it the other way. Sometimes a pitcher can execute his pitch. It doesn't mean the batter can't grab a knock.
Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. Runner back safely. So here's Francisco Lindor now, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Lindor, who fittingly goes by Mr. Smiles sometimes, he was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Indian shortstop behind 1-2 in the count.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Mercado stands at first with 1 out. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Pretty standard pitch sequence right there. Just how you draw it up in a perfect world. Jump ahead 0-2, and then you toss a changeup in the dirt to get him to chase for a strikeout on 3 pitches. If only it were always that easy.
For the first pitch, a check at first, and the runner back. And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. ready with the 1-0 pitch.
You thank your lucky stars when you get a chance to hit behind a guy with as much speed as he has on first base. The entire defense is on guard, and you know probably there's a fastball coming.
Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire. A runner on first with 2 away. And he lays off again, ball 3.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base, almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
Now a swing as he foul tips it here, and right off his arm behind the plate. That hurts.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Digging in, Carlos Santana, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. From the stretch.
Ball, that's off the plate.
One and 0. Here it is. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Indians strand a couple. It remains 1-0. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Mike Moustakas.
Mike Moustakas.
First delivery to him on the way. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch.
No strike.
And it's fouled away. In the 2-1.
Yep, that ball went out.
Swing and a screamer, but this one's not going to stay fair. Another full count pitch home. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
So striding in, Aristides Aquino. He'll get to take his first cuts here. From the belt, kicks and deals. Aquino, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. A runner at first with no outs here. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
2-0 count, the pitch. 3-0 now. 3-1.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
3-1. Swung on and missed. A full count now.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Here comes the 0-1.
1-1.
Fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Runners on first with 1 down. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. And he fouls this one off. Another try at 2-2. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And hey, a strikeout always works too.
In now, Tucker Barnhart, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The 1-0 home. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
The 1-2. Yeah, swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Reds leave 1. They've played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. So coming to the plate, Jose Ramirez. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Here's the first pitch to him. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. And he will fight the Cactus League sky as he puts this one away for out number 1.
Batting 7, no left fielder, Jordan Luplow.
Striding into the box, Jordan Luplow. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this pitch is up and in as he backs away. It's ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Now here's the pitch.
Ball, that's too high.
That's why this guy is great. Never misses over the heart of the plate. He's got electric stuff, but pinpoint control to all 4 quadrants.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Step Stepping in, Roberto Perez to try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
2 out, nobody on. A 1-2 count to the Indians catcher.
Hey, that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close, but I'm hit right now. I'm still sitting on that heater.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. Indians go down 1-2-3. They still trail 1-0. Now in the box, Ruben Santana, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Ruben Santana.
The pitch. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. In there, 1-1.
We got a ball, 1 strike.
The pitch.
Count 2.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Hit hard but foul. 2-2.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Back to the top of the order now, and the right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. First pitch of the at-bat. And he takes ball 1. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Nobody out, runner on first. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back in standing. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Now a move over to first, but the runner's back easily. The 2-1. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
Gotta believe that runner from first is going to be in motion, especially in this situation. As an offensive player, just hit something hard because those defenders are going to be moving.
And that misses for ball 4, and it's first and second now with nobody out.
And that's 2 free passes in the 3rd inning alone, so you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
Stepping into the box, Jesse Winker. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A ball and no strikes. First and second here with nobody out. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Ooh, that's a good pitch to take a hack at right there. Change up in the zone. He'd like to have that one back.
In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. And they just can't touch him right now as this is swung on and missed. 7 punch-outs now, and there's 1 away. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. A 1-0 delivery. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. The 1-1 is taken for ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot he's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
The 2-1. There's a ball low. He misses with a changeup.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And a good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. This one's down to third. Ramirez is up with it. Hernandez at second. Throw to Santana, the double play, and that's how the side is retired. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back to Arizona and spring training baseball after this. Bottom of the inning now, and next it'll be a good hitting pitcher, Jarrett Baisley.
Jarrett Baisley.
First pitch on its way.
Outside.
The 1-0. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Castellanos is under this one, and he's got it for the first out. So digging in now, Cesar Hernandez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. And now for the second batter in a row. This is in the air out to left field. In there, a base hit.
Now batting, center fielder, Oscar Mercado.
So now to the plate, Oscar Mercado, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Now a throw over, a dive, but he's back. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
Count 2-1.
Has a look, now the pitch. 3-1 now, and I think he wanted to know where that one was.
Part of the order on deck, so keeping this 2-hole hitter off the bags is always important.
3-2 to the Indian center fielder.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Bouncer to the left side. Galvis. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn two, and it gets him out of the inning. So no runs on one base hit, no errors, and no one left on. 3 innings complete. The Reds lead it 1-0. Shane Bieber will come out now and make his first appearance of the spring.
Number 57, Shane Bieber.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Eugenio Suarez. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Eugenio.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Whoa, that's down.
Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
Tough to get fooled any worse than that. He's in a hole now, 1-2.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
Struck him out, so he's set down on strikes for the second time today.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
At the plate now, Mike Moustakas. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Fouled off.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
To the plate now, Aristides Aquino. Just gets a piece of it, strike one. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Good slider there, gets a swing and miss. Bieber, a California-born ball player. He was a 4th-round selection back in the 2016 first-year player draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle round, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Fool him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Freddie Galvis will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 offering to third. Ramirez is there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. One left for Cincinnati, but they're on top 1-0. Trevor Bauer, a 6'1" right-hander, will be the one to get the call from the bullpen here.
Trevor Bauer.
With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here as Francisco Lindor gets ready to kick off the inning. Pitch on the way.
Inside.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now. Franmil Reyes will be next. The 3-0 pitch. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Franmil Reyes. He drew a base on balls his first time up. He's set. Here it comes.
Nope.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far.
That's
1-0 pitch is right there, but ruled a ball. 2-0. From the stretch. And this is poured in at the letters. 2-1 now. Three and one now.
Got to find a way to get back in the zone. I know you're in danger of losing both to walks, but certainly don't miss over the heart of the plate and have this guy gap one, or even worse, hit a 2-run homer.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. And the count will be full. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out. Here's Carlos Santana now, the American League's Silver Slugger Award winner at first base a season ago. From the belt, the pitch. 0-1 the count. Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
These guys are pros and they're tough, but I know that one hurt. He'll never show it, though. Too much pride at stake.
Striding in for the Indians, Jose Ramirez, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Well, if you're looking for pop, he definitely has more pop, more home run potential hitting from the left side. This is his power side.
Went after the high one there, a swing and a miss. No runs, 2 hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, he's got excellent stuff working right now. Somebody has to make an adjustment. You're seeing a lot of late swings. No one's getting the front foot down. No one's getting the barrel to the baseball.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. And that is down for extra bases, as this will get 1 home and maybe 2. And the runner will score from second. And he is in there.
This is an easy decision for him to try for third because he has the play right in front of him, so he doesn't have to rely on any of his base coaches. Good decision to keep chugging, and he makes it all the way around safely.
plate, Jordan Luplow. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. They've got 2 already home in the inning and a potential 3rd waiting in the wings only 90 feet away. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. And that's going to fall. A base hit. And that'll score the runner from 3rd as they'll open up a 3-1 lead. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Standing in now, Roberto Perez. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the 0-1. Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area. 3 runs already home here. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
Stepping in now, Shane Bieber hit down the 3rd baseline. Bauer pauses. 0-1 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
Well, facing an AL pitcher at the plate, you certainly don't want to waste too many bullets on him. I expect this next pitch to be grooved right down the middle.
Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
I don't know if that was discipline or whether he's just not swinging the bat at all, but hey, at least he's making the pitcher throw a few more pitches.
And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Here now the 2-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home. Fouled away. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder on the run. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. So 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning. No errors, and 1 man left on. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Indians lead it 3-1. Zach Plesac, a right-handed reliever standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and digging in is the switch-hitting catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
The 1-0 home.
2-0.
Plesac, a right-hander standing 6'3". He was a 12th round selection back in the 2016 first-year player draft.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
This one's flared toward left center, and that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Into the box, Trevor Bauer. And the pitcher is, in fact, bunting here as he puts this one down. There's one, and the relay won't nearly be in time as he's there easily. Ready once again, Nicholas Castellanos comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Here comes the first pitch.
Hey, a curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
The 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
So now to the plate, Jesse Winker, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 1-0 home is looked at for ball number 2.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Three and 0 now.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one, but that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Has a look, now the pitch.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholed in a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away. So up steps the former MVP, Joey Votto. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Swung on and missed. That's strike 2. Count remains 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Reds strand a couple. Score holds. It's 3-1. TJ Antone, 6'4" right-hander, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching.
TJ Antone.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Cesar Hernandez. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball one, no strike.
And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. High in the air out towards shallow right. Aquino is in his tracks now. One down. Stepping in, Oscar Mercado. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. Just off the outside as he can't catch the corner.
No strike.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Now the pitch.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1
Francisco Lindor waits on deck. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
Coming to the plate now, Francisco Lindor. He'll swing it from the left side right here. First pitch of the at-bat. From the stretch. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. To second for 1. Relay to Votto's in time at first, and it's a double play. Side retired. Nothing doing for the Indians there, and it's still 3-1. Adam Plutko takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 45, Adam.
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and set to go as the 3rd baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The 1-0. Suarez left field and carrying well. Luplow is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. Standing in, Mike Moustakas. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. And it's fouled away. And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there, Dan. He went heater up in the zone and then tried to drop the off speed, but he was on it.
Boy, Mark, that's the oldest trick in the book, right? You use one pitch to set up the other. This guy wasn't having any part of that.
Into the box now, Aristides Aquino. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 0-1 pitch.
Yep, that ball went out.
One and two.
Not likely to see a fourth fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Reyes is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and up next the former Philly shortstop Freddie Galvis. From the belt, the pitch.
Oh, that's off the plate.
The 1-0 home is looked at off the plate for a ball. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Tucker Barnhart would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Three balls and a strike to the shortstop of the Reds. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And he fouls this one off. Now the 3-2 pitch. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
The catcher,
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Tucker Barnhart. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. First pitch on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
The Reds have been searching for that big hit all game long. Let's hope they can get it. They're starting to run out of time. It's about time for something to happen.
1-1 to Tucker Barnhart. Here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. 2 down, runners at first and second. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Reds strand a couple. They still trail it here 3-1. Tyler Mahle enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
now pitching for the Reds, number 30, Tyler Mahle.
Bottom of the 6th inning now, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Franmil Reyes.
The right fielder, Rodney Reyes.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. Fouled off. 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. And 2-2. The pitch. A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the second time this afternoon.
That was aggressive pitching in that at bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the fifth and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
So now Carlos Santana, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Let's see if he tries to climb the ladder right here, change his eye level, or bounce something in the dirt.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there, because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Hit back up the middle. Galvis has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Up next for Cleveland.
In now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. It was a 2-run triple for him in his last AB.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley, and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably.
Fastball called for strike 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tribe, as the lead remains 3-1. Nick Whitgren is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 62, Nick Whitgren.
Travis Jankowski is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Pops this one up, and that'll get down for a base hit. Leadoff hitters aboard, and that means the tying run will come forward here in the late innings.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Mark Payton will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 34, Mark Payton.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Hey, back-to-back, same pitch, same spot. Don't be shocked if he goes right back out there. If I'm a hitter, that's where I'm sitting. Everyone would think he wants to go somewhere else. He might go right exactly to the same spot.
Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Ready with another 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Kurt Casale will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and one gone in the inning.
Kurt Casale.
And a ball 1-0. From the belt, the pitch. Oh, on the ground to first. Can this be two? To second for one. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. One hit in the inning, but that gets erased. Seventh inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Tribe lead this one 3-1. Mark Payton takes over out in left field after entering the game in a pinch hit role last half inning. Raisel Iglesias gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Number 26, Raisel Iglesias. Now in left, number 34.
Scott Schebler will also come in now as he takes over out in center.
Number 43, Scott Schebler.
Now at the plate, Jordan Luplow. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
The left fielder, Jordan.
First pitch of the at-bat. To short. Galvis is there. And that's the first out. So striding forward now, Roberto Perez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he lays off there 1-0. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. We're in the seventh inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Lays off again and it's 2-0. Swing and a miss on the heater and it's 2-1. Now here's the pitch. And he hits the corner with that one. 2-2.
88 on a changeup? I remember when an 88-mile-an-hour fastball wasn't all that bad. Man, the game's changing.
Full count, 3-2. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time. Tyler Naquin will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 30, Tyler Naquin.
And a high strike there, 0-1. Naquin, a 27-year-old. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. Lays off the slider and it's 1-1.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the fastball and it's 1-2. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Here it comes.
I got 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Oliver Perez has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 39, Oliver Perez.
Phillip Ervin is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Perez is among a dying breed, those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. The windup and the 0-1.
1-1.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 2-1 home. Weak grounder down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Now the pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Now another 2-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Nick Senzel will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Perez with a good fastball there to start the at-bat. No balls and a strike. And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest. 1-1. Fouled away. The 1-2.
Ball 2.
Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Kyle Farmer will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Kyle Farmer. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. Pitch on the way. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that is through into center field. A base hit.
Boy, another base hit, and hopefully not another stranded runner, Mark.
Yeah, I can't tell you how frustrating it is for the offensive team not to be able to pick their pitcher up. A lot of traffic on the board. Somebody's got to come through.
Tyler Stevenson will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first.
Tyler Stevenson.
And there's the old slider from Perez. It's strike one. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Liner toward right center. In there, a base hit. The relay, the tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. Reds leave one, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Nick Senzel will stay in the game, taking over at third base and batting in that 9 spot. Kyle Farmer will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Now it's third. Number 15, Nick Senzel. Now it's second.
Tyler Stevenson will stay in the game, taking over in right field and batting in the 8th spot.
Number 71, Tyler.
Robert Stevenson is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Now at first base, number 6, Philip Urban.
Derek Dietrich is into the game as well, as he's the new first baseman. Domingo Santana is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. And it's fouled away. Slow roller down the third baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2.
Nope. That's inside.
There's a well-hit ball out to right center field. Around first, he's digging for second. And the Tribe will get a man to second base on the leadoff double.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
Josh Van Meter is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right.
Now playing right.
Greg Allen will come off the bench now as he'll pinch hit with the runner at second and nobody out.
Allen. Now in center. Number 1, Greg Allen. A defensive team for the Reds. Now playing second base. Number 24, Domingo.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Trying to add some padding to their lead in the form of that run standing out there at second base. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. On its way, the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Rolled slowly to first. He's got it. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. Daniel Johnson will grab a bat and pinch hit now, and he'll be looking for at least a fly ball as he's got a runner at third and only 1 away. In there, 0-1. He's working here to bring home that very important insurance run, standing at third. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
This is a situation where you're going strictly for the strikeout. Infield in, and from the offensive standpoint, you're just trying to create hard contact and get it by that infield.
And he fouls this one off. Here's another 2-2.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Hit on the ground toward the left. Dive, but it's off his glove, and the run should score. Throw to first, not in time, as the run is across to score.
Hey, D-Roll, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
That's
2-0 now. Runners on first with 1 down. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Farmer brings it in. There's 1. Throw on to first won't be in time, so they just get the 1 there. Ernie Clement will come on now as the pinch hitter.
Pinch hitting for the Indians, number 84, Ernie Clement.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Two out with the man at first. This one's down to third. Galvis gets to it. And no shot to recover on the throw to first, and there are 2 on as we'll see how this is scored.
Oh, there's a quality infield base hit right there. That kind of reminded me of the old Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter on that jump throw.
Hey, that's why this is the pros. Back in the day, that's a knock all day long. But up here, guys are making those plays, at least making you think about them. That's an amazing play by the shortstop to leave his feet and at least make this close.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Hits are even at 7 apiece. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down the way or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
2 on, 2 out with a base open here as a pitcher. You have to be awful careful. You just don't want to groove something here and give this guy a pitch that he can hit one out of the park on.
Now the 3-0 offering. Taken, strike 1 outside corner.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Gets him to swing and miss there. 3-2.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Indians forced to settle for 1. 9th inning coming up. Cleveland's out in front, 4-1. Greg Allen will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center.
Now playing right field, number 0.
Daniel Johnson is the new shortstop as he stays in the game after entering as a pinch hitter.
Number 1, Greg Allen.
Delino DeShields will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
DeShields now at shortstop, number 71.
Bradley Zimmer remains in the game playing third after entering the game as a pinch hitter in the previous half inning. Brad Hand takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 33, Brad Hand.
Jake Bowers is into the game as well as he's the new first baseman.
Now at first base, number 10.
Christian Arroyo is also into the ball game now as he takes over at second.
Number 26, Christian Arroyo.
All set to start the 9th in this one, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Freddie Galvis.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against a closer.
And the pitch. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Fly ball out toward left center field. Center fielder on the run, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Tyler Krieger has come into the ballgame now as he takes over as the new third baseman.
Your attention, please. This change for the Indians.
Settling in now, Tucker Barnhart. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Krieger.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Hey, love the pitcher attack in the zone right here. He knows he's got a patient hitter at the plate. Might as well steal that first strike.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Two balls and 2 strikes to the Reds catcher. Unable to find the zone with the slider.
You know, you don't always have to straight challenge a guy on a 3-2 count. With a 3-run lead, no one on base, this is the perfect situation to do it. No reason to nibble and possibly set up a big inning.
Payoff pitch home. He's at the knees and called strike 3.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Sandy Leon is into the ballgame as a defensive replacement. He'll be the new shortstop here. Alex Blandino will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Starts him out with a slider too low for ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the 9th is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. The Reds down to their last strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
And the score finishes 4-1 today. The Indians took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. Shane Bieber is the winning pitcher of record. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.